Hey there, thanks for checking out another episode of the Restoration Today podcast. Today, I am very excited to be joined by Dan Cassara, who is the CEO of Core Group. As we are recording this, we are exactly 2 weeks out from his amazing Core Collective event that's going to be in Austin. So, Dan, I'm going to toss it right over to you. Can you explain a little bit about what Core is and introduce yourself?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Dan Cassara. I'm the founder and CEO here at Core. And Core is seems to be confusing for a lot of people, but Core is actually a national network of what we call best-in-class industry providers, industry contractors. We are not a TPA. A lot of people think we're a TPA, but we are technically actually a franchise group. So we're a hybrid franchise group. We have 4 tiers of membership, 4 tiers today. We have what's called our Core Elite companies. Those are companies that have been in business a minimum of 10 years, minimum of 12 million in revenue. We have a Core membership tier, which is a minimum of 3 years in business, 3 million in revenue. And then we actually have Core branded locations, which would be like Core by Acme Restoration. These are for companies that have been in business a minimum 1 year and $500,000 in revenue. So we've got those tiers. And then we have what's called an Encore affiliate. We have over 850 Encore affiliates nationwide in every major market with the exception of Alaska, which I have to disclose every time. But we are in every major market around the country to be able to service our carrier clients. And that's really where the TPA thing gets a little bit confusing. We are a very niche model in that we focus on high net worth carriers and commercial clients and commercial carriers. And so we service their claims needs, every single day. And so we need to have coverage for that. And so we've built a network of companies, but we're very different than a traditional TPA would be in terms of like our offering. So that's really how we're different.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the show a little bit. So you've created, I can tell from marketing and things I'm hearing here and there, this is going to be a show that's not like any other show in the industry. So I guess starting off, what is your reason or vision for launching the Core Collective or the Collective?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So we called it the Collective because, we believe that not only the group that's attending now, unfortunately, because of what's going on in the world and COVID and all of that, we do have restrictions on attendance. So we will be at about 400 individuals that'll be live and in person. We are doing our part to socially distance everyone, encourage masks and all of that. We're doing what we can do as an event producer. But why we called it the Collective is because it's important to us for these contractors to recognize that they are part of the collective. They are part of this larger group. And, we didn't want it to be a conference. And, I've got a background in event production, both commercial and it's interesting because I hate conferences. I just don't like conferences. I don't like attending them. They're kind of the same old. Some of them are better than others, obviously. The recent RIA event was fantastic. I think that the energy there was fantastic, but conferences tend to follow a pretty general kind of pattern. And so what we said was, instead of building a conference, let's build an experience. So we built a really interesting conference experience, called it the Collective. We've got some surprises in store that I won't, release too much, but very different agenda. So we've got, sunrise yoga in the morning for those who want to partake. That's full. I thought no one would take us up on that, but it's full on the rooftop of the hotel, which is pretty awesome. We've got a large meditation room with like a 15-foot tall gold Buddha that's there for people just to disconnect and leave their cell phone at the door. And so some really cool surprises. And so the agenda is outstanding. The speakers are outstanding and the attendees are outstanding. It's just going to be a really incredible event. And we hope that when people leave, they not only are ready to register for next year, but they feel like, okay, this was different. And quite honestly, the pressure to deliver everything we've been saying we're going to do is it's on, but we've done it. And so this is not our first rodeo and we're excited. We're really excited to see what people think. And the surprises, I think, are what's going to be really kind of neat. We've put my team has really put detail into everything from the conference bags to the uniforms they're wearing to just the scent in the hotel. I mean, we've done everything. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool.
Wow. Okay. Scent in the hotel. Okay. Bravo to you.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So I know that you have, your lineup is really cool. I mean, you have a lot of different sessions going on at once. So you're not stuck with like one thing at a time or whatever. You really get to pick. So can you give just like a few ideas of the different kinds of content and different things that people can learn and hear about?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've covered everything from, CAT deployment and how to do that and best practices there to, not your traditional sort of HR topics, not just like how to hire and fire, but really how to hire the very best. So we brought some really fantastic folks and partners in for that. We have more carriers attending this conference than I think I've ever seen. Other than like PLRB, I have never seen this many carriers attend the conference. And I'm excited about that because it shows that they're excited about what we're doing. So our lineup, we've got a high net worth carrier roundtable. We've got an InsurTech roundtable. We've got some really great topics that I think that people are going to like. And what's even better is that our carriers are not going to be there and sort of isolated from the attendee community. They're going to be there to actually spend some time with them, and we've told them what to kind of expect, and they're more than excited to be at every dinner, every reception, every chance to kind of interact with our contractors, because they get to meet them finally firsthand versus hearing about them in the field.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So anything else you want to talk about the show? Because then I'm going to loop back to core for a second.
Yeah, you missed out. If you didn't register, honestly, you missed out. I knew we would sell out. I just didn't. And quite honestly, we were still promoting it when I was like, wait, we're sold out. We hit our capacity, but yeah, people really missed out if they didn't see it. We have a lot of Encore providers that have been a part of this since the beginning. When we had one carrier program, we now have 9 carrier programs, which is great. And because of that, I think a lot of them were like, well, let's wait and see. Let's just see what's happening here. And I think a lot of them really missed out. And that's unfortunate because, we are go big or go home. We don't do anything small. And that's, they're going to see that firsthand for sure.
Yes. Yeah, yes. Your marketing has been so spot on from the beginning. All of the branding, it all looks the same, and kind of the theme that you've carried throughout in the videos, it's all been spot on. Some shows do well at marketing and some don't.
Thank you.
Blown it out of the park. So
bravo. Yeah, our marketing team will love to hear that. They've been working very hard on that. Yeah.
It's amazing. They've done really, really well. And that's good for drumming up excitement and getting people to share stuff and whatever. That's often something that's missed. So
absolutely.
I'm excited to be there. I can't wait. All right. So switching back to talking about core. So I think core's grown pretty significantly in the last 18 months or so, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So how much has it grown and what do you attribute to that growth?
Well, so we started, this is going to be our new benchmark for everything in the world, right? Pre-COVID, post-COVID, obviously. I wish that wasn't the case, but it's the reality that we live in. So pre-COVID, we launched a contractor services network for carriers. We launched what was called Encore Repair. And, we built up that network, a few hundred contractors. We had one carrier who, gave us a shot to see what this could look like. And they've had tremendous success over the last, couple of years. And so we started there, and then we built our membership offerings and our franchise offering kind of afterwards. And we although we knew that was the roadmap we were going for. So our very first member signed on literally December 31st of 19. So call it January 1 of 2020. And it's really picked up steam from there. So we've got, today we've got about 30 or so core elite members. We've got about 5 or 6 standard members. We've got about 10 branded members. And then again, there's our affiliate network. But on top of that, we've built, Core Perks, which is one of the biggest buying programs now. We've saved, just in the last, 24 months, we've saved several $1 million for our contractors who are participating. We guarantee best industry pricing. We give rebates. We're really just trying to deliver something that helps make it easier to be a contractor, to be more profitable, to be able to put some more money in their pockets and not feel like everyone's trying to pull a piece from them, because I feel like that's sort of the general consensus, whether it's I have to give a few points for this program because they're asking me to discount, or I thought I was getting a good deal with this buying program, but I'm not. And so a lot of these sort of ancillary things that we've been doing have really helped contractors be more profitable. And that's our hope. And so, it has grown tremendously. And then of course, on the carrier side, we started with that one carrier, and since then, we've grown to, I want to say we're now at 8 out of the top 10 high net worth carriers in the country we've got, programs with, and they're growing. We've got several national accounts that are growing, commercial accounts. It's been growing significantly ever since. And so grateful. I mean, COVID was interesting because we had to sort of change our approach. We normally have folks come into Austin and to our downtown office, and they get to meet with us, but we spend some time with them. But all of a sudden it was, a few of them was Zoom meetings. A few times we were like, okay, well, let's go to them. And so we would do, the road show, and Core would go to, we were in Orange County, California. We were in Atlanta, Georgia. We did a couple in Florida. And so we took the offering to them because we figured if you're not comfortable getting on a plane, we totally get it. And so we took that fear out of that and we went to them, and it's been fantastic. It's been really, really great.
Perfect. Okay. So as far as people coming into Core, are you pursuing them or are they coming to you, or is it a mix of both?
It's a mix of both, but it's mostly people coming to us now. That is something that is really kind of interesting because, you when you start a company, you have the hopes that one day people will just start coming to you, but it's been amazing. Like it's been really, really amazing. Like I don't get up every day. So cliche, this is what I'm about to say. So apologize up front. Like I don't go to work every day. Like honestly, I love my job. I didn't always love my job though in this industry. I've had some great roles and I didn't love it and I wasn't happy. And I was like, this industry is flawed. And it really wasn't that. It was, I was in the wrong places. And I feel like what's great about what I do now is that they are coming to us. I mean, the interest every single day is coming through. And what's really cool about Core membership is we don't just let anybody in. We're very selective and we award them a membership. And so they have to do the work. They have to go through the process. They get approved by other members. It's pretty stringent. And so what's really kind of neat about that is the companies that have made it to that level of Core membership have actually earned the right at the table. But more and more companies every day are approaching us. There are some markets where we go, God, it would be really great to have a Core member in Alaska, something like that. And so, yeah, we are looking at certain markets, but for the most part, although our marketing, kind of promotes, being a Core member and joining us, the leads, if you will, come in probably more often than we have to go to them, which is great.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Anything else you want to add before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's great. No, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm glad I got to talk about our show, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. Can't wait to see you in person.
I know. I'm really excited, and 2 weeks away. So I'll see you in a couple weeks
away. 2 weeks from today, actually, which is really exciting.
After all this ramp up, you're finally there.
Yeah. I'm gonna have the big crash, like you said, afterwards.
Yes,
sure.
No doubt. Awesome. Thanks, Dan.
For more Restoration Today podcasts, visit candrmagazine.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.